change in the world. Governments being changed overseas, and our country is still trying to find a way to spend their money properly. If you had a chance to change one thing in the world, what would that be?
Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, Mr. Table Topics Master, if I could change one thing in the world, what would it be? Well, if I could change one thing in the world, I would change the fact that we all communicate in different languages. You know, they talked about, if you read the stories, for some reason, we all speak different languages. If you, in the Bible, there's a story of the Tower of Babylon, where mankind was all going together and they were building a big tower, and for some reason the Lord didn't want that accomplishment, so we just confused the languages. Whatever the reason, we all speak different languages, and you find that communication is so essential that with all these different languages, it really tends to break communication. I would love to be able to go to any place in the world and communicate with the people without a translator. That would be something that I would really appreciate doing. You could go to France, you could go to Italy when you travel. I noticed that it's very, very difficult to communicate. And I think once the communication was there, the misunderstandings would break down, people would be able to understand each other better. We'd have a common language. And I think that the world would get along a lot better. A good example for that, for instance, is U.S. and Canada. I feel like we have very good relationships, and part of that is the language, where I feel we're a little bit less relationship with Mexico. You feel like you really are going into a different land when you go into Mexico. And so I would just, I would knock out those languages, and I think that the world would be a better place. Mr. Tabletop.